Hello everybody, my name is US Hybrid and today we're back with the Novelist. So, we're going to continue our game to chapter 3. 3, I think? Yeah. The bottle. Linda and Tommy. We're getting worried about Dan. Okay, so something's going on with Dan.
I could always.
I hear talking. Approximate time 3 hours. Crowd tools, Phillips screwdriver, soft face hammer, socket wrench. Okay, so these are like the instructions for that. What's this? Town list. Go to library, out of books again. Check community board for babysitters. Swing by the Wild, new movie playing. Drop by Dr. Walker's.
Big deal.
Trash bags, aspirin, salad, beer. Wait. Beer, popcorn, Ogburn bread. Oh, the kid's still depressed. Why Daddy stayed in bed?
Blast off!
Too much daddy juice. Coffee this morning was nice just to do it.
Maybe.
How many sleeps until we go see Davy? I guess that's the exit memory guy.
But he promised.
If he doesn't do it, I'll help you, honey.
Okay, so Daddy didn't do something. Is that all the memories? No. So Dad didn't do something that he promised he would do. Oh, he's still sad. Is Dad too sad to put together my car?
Barb, I know I wrote yesterday, but I need your advice. I think Dan's drinking too much. And before you start to worry, let me say he's not an alcoholic. It's just because of the pressure he's under trying to finish the book. But you know Dan's never exactly been a health nut. He isn't gaining weight yet, though even that's just because alcohol kills his appetite. So he's hardly eating at night, which is another problem altogether. I don't think he sees what he's doing to himself, and I don't know how to break through to him about this. Sometimes I just want to say it's not like I have to get drunk to paint, but I know that's not the most mature way to handle it. Sorry for dumping all this on you. I just wanted to get it off my chest. Do you have any advice about how to talk to him? Yours, Linda. No.
And something's caught my throat. Huh. That scared me. Alright, so apparently Dan's drinking, and it's not because he's really stressed.
Why don't you stop at 2?
I'm fine.
Why don't you stop at 2?
I'm fine.
That's him pouring some more drink.
Stared at a blank canvas again today. Got a few strokes in, but I don't like any of them, and I'll probably paint over them tomorrow. It's so frustrating going into that room every day and trying to keep working. It's easy to get out of the house for errands or go for a hike, but none of that helps the work as much as being around other artists. I'm not gonna give up. Maybe I can use this feeling in my new piece. Definitely. I'll try that out tomorrow.
Okay. So she's having trouble writing.
Hey, Mommy, check this out.
Having fun today?
His jogging shoes are right there. He just has to make the effort. can see the threads. I think I can pull this book off.
The ad ran today. Picked up the latest issue in town. I don't know if it'll amount to anything sales-wise, but that's not the point. I'd forgotten how scary it was to put your work out there and promise something to people, and that brought it all into focus. It's so different thinking about the book as something I eventually have to sell people, not just something I'm working on for myself. But now it's out there. It's terrifying and irreversible. People know about the book, and to them it's exactly what they want it to be. Some finished, beautiful thing. If only they could see it right now. A bunch of jigsaw pieces on the floor. And I've got to put them all together.
Okay. So even though he wants his book to be famous, it's sort of stressing him out a little, it seems like. I don't get this memory. Did he stub his toe? I really do not see the relevance in that memory at all. Alright, found everything. How do I exit? Exit. Alright, let's find some more clues about Dan.
Alan, hey man, this is going to sound odd, but I could use some advice. I'm in hot water here because, well, I've been drinking more lately. Man, there's just no good way to write that. I mean, I used to drink and write all the time in school. You remember that, right? I guess I got away from it when we got married and definitely after Tommy came along. But he's in bed by 8:30 every night now. And let me be clear, I'm not blacking out or driving drunk. You know I'd never do something like that. I just have a few drinks while I'm working, safe and sound in the house. A writer who drinks isn't exactly unheard of. Wow, could I sound more defensive? But here's the hell of it. It's working. It's brought back that college hunger, that energy, and in the last week or two, the book's just singing. I don't even know what I'm asking here. Maybe I just wanted to start the conversation. If you get a chance, give me a call. Dan.
Okay, so even though... So he knows his drinking's a problem, but for some reason it's helping him write, and he really wants to finish the book. Pour a bourbon and work on the apartment scene. Oh. I really don't... I think I'm gonna pick the kid, because the kid's been by himself for so long. So, I think I'm gonna pick the kid. Because that poor kid, he's been alone and everything for so long. From the desk of Haller, final entry before I depart. The bank would no doubt prevent me from purchasing the house due to the conflict of interest. And in 1948, and it's given. This is from 1948. I just realized that. All right. But it's given. All right, I'm gonna start over. A final entry before I depart. The bank would no doubt prevent me from purchasing the house due to the inherent conflict of interest. But given its history of frequent ownership changes, I feel confident the mortgage department will be glad to have the property off their hands. I can't believe I set up a trust or perhaps a shell company and convinced Mr. Lowry that we must part with the property for less than market value. I can feel like an appeal to its conservative nature. I believe it will prove to be a shrewd investment as a rental property, and I think I now understand why people do not stay for extended periods. I find myself unable to describe the feelings precisely, but in my time here I found my mind drifting in strange ways, as if it was not always my own. But the natural beauty is undeniable. Perhaps shorter visits are wiser out of property. Okay. So maybe I keep trying to help people, and they're thinking it's a little weird, so that's why people don't really stay. So I have two compromises. Either the bourbon or the jogging shoes. I really don't think drinking's the answer. Like, I really don't. Like, I know it's helping him write, but it still doesn't make it right. So if we hit tab, his jogging shoes. All right, so let's find the jogging shoes, because I think really that's a really good the compromise that we want to make. Because I don't know, I just don't think that drinking like hurts the family. So let's tell him. Dan had a moment of clarity when he saw Tommy's pedal car lying half-assembled on the floor and realized it had been a week since he'd done any work on it. He was ashamed that his constant hangovers had come from making his son happy, so he got to work and finished the pedal car the very next morning. Tommy was overjoyed and rode it in the yard for hours. Aw, see? This is why. Some of Linda's message finally got through to Dan. He didn't like the idea of jogging, but he agreed to run 2 days a week. Didn't enjoy it though. He was out of shape, and sometimes while running he got so stressed that he wasn't writing that he could cut his run short to get back at work. Okay. So at least he's trying. Dan put all of the alcohol back in the kitchen cabinet and promised to stay dry on work days, but he had a hard time focusing while he adjusted to writing sober again. He spent a couple evenings staring at a blank paper, and he never told anyone how hard it was not to sneak down to the kitchen for a drink those first few nights. Well, I still think it was the best. And that's how the Kaplan's first month at the house on the cliff came to an end. Dan sent a work in progress to his agent, who was glad to see that Dan had gotten back on track. They were both hopeful that Dan could maintain his focus and write a book that delivered on the promise of his work so far. A few nights later, Dan and Linda got a babysitter and drove into town for a date. They spent more than they should have on a bottle of wine and had such a good time that they didn't notice everyone else leaving. When they finally realized they were the last ones in the restaurant, they apologized and left after giving their waitress a generous tip. Oh, that's great. They're fixing their marriage and they're spending time together. That's what really matters. The next day, Dan made it good on his promise to take Tommy into the woods and look for arrowheads. So they drove to the site of the Suslaw settlement and got to work. Dan and Tommy had fun digging around in the dirt, getting messy, and looking for artifacts. They found a handful of arrowheads, which Tommy proudly showed his mother when they got home. Aww, the happy family. They still had 2 more months on the coast, and their story was just beginning. The show. Linda got a letter in the mail. Okay. Well, I think I'm going to end the episode here because I seem to be doing 1 episode per chapter. So I hope you all enjoyed this. I'm really liking the story so far, and I'm really liking that we're able to help the family just come together. Hopefully it won't like throw any curveballs at us and make me cry or something. So, hope you all enjoyed the video. Please leave a comment, tell me what you think of the game, and just let me know if there's any other games you think I should play. And I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye.